Hello, and welcome to a brand new broadcast of The Library Show. I'm your host, Mike Kletzley, and my co-host, Holly, will be with us shortly. And soon we'll have Miss Connie story time, but before that, we have a brand new texting service that Holly will tell us about. And we also have a brand new club that Holly's going to help me tell about. Hello, Holly.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
We've got a brand new club we're starting at the library.
So tell us, what is this club called?
It's called the Chess Club.
The Chess Club. Now, and why did you want to do the Chess Club? Tell me about that.
Well, we've had some patrons asking how to play.
Okay.
We also thought with breaks coming up, spring break and summer, kids would like to add a game to their repertoire.
I see. So why chess?
Well, it's a classic game, as you know, time-honored.
Right.
It's got a lot of strategy and a lot of thinking in it, and we thought that kids might want to break from the electronic games and try something that, you know, appeals to the older age, to the old days maybe.
Right. So you kind of sound like you're a fan. So,
I am.
Yeah.
We grew up playing chess.
Did you?
Yeah.
You know, I've never played one game of chess.
Really?
No, I have
Well,
not.
you'll have to come by the club with your family and learn.
Right. So is it like checkers?
It's like checkers, but a little more complicated.
A little more complicated.
Each player or each piece has its own way of moving.
Okay. So you mentioned young people. So what are the ages for the chess club?
Well, you have to be under 18.
Okay.
So kids and adolescents.
Okay.
But you can be of any skill level, even someone who's never played like yourself. So anybody can come by.
So you can be like me and have no idea what you're doing.
Right.
Or you can,
Right.
be aficionado, sort of, with that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you going to, have you decided, are you going to put ages together or kind of like similar ages together? Or are you just going to kind of see how it turns out?
That's a good question. We were actually talking about that, and I'm not sure which way we're going to go because we might group them by skill or by age. We're not sure.
Okay.
So we thought we'd see who comes the first time and then kind of go from there.
Okay. So when do you plan on meeting? When is the first club meeting?
First one is Thursday, April 7th, and that'll be from 4 to 5 up in the library upstairs.
Okay.
And then every Thursday thereafter until May 26th.
Okay. So this will not be downstairs in the tech center where we are. This will be upstairs. So that's where we'll want people
in the main
to come.
Area, yep.
Okay. Now, do people need to sign up anywhere special on like Eventbrite, or how is that going to work?
Well, they're going to do first come, first serve till we fill up the table. So no tickets needed, no reservation at this point. We may have to change that based on the popularity, but at this point you can just show up.
So you can just show up.
Yep.
No ticket needed.
No.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
Yeah,
no reservation and just kind of see how it plays out.
And even if you want to come and observe and not, sit at a table and play, you're welcome to do that too.
Kind of learn.
Yeah, learn as you watch.
Well, what if someone wants to kind of observe and then decide, well, I want to start playing? Would that be possible?
I think so. Sure.
Okay.
They can come on board then.
Okay. And then how many weeks is that? It's like a 6-week.
About a 6-week deal.
About a 6-week deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the nice thing is we're going to use some boards that help us learn chess. On the flip side is a regular board, but on this side, it shows where the players move and how they can move.
Okay.
And it kind of helps us to learn that. So these boards are meant for people who do not know how to play at all, and even the cards have the different moves printed on them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So the cards show us what players or what the pieces can move and what they cannot do.
Right, and it has no stress chess on it. I like
yes.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, we're aiming at no stress in this.
Right. And then on the back I see it has the name of the position, and then it has like a little synopsis, I guess. Well, you know what? That's nice. I do like that.
Yeah, and that should be able to help folks who don't know how to play.
Right. And then each one of these little guys, they have a distinct function, I assume.
Right.
Okay.
Just to give you an example, the king can move in any direction, but only one space at a time. The queen can move in any direction, but unlimited spaces at a time. So she could totally cross the board if it were open and clear.
Right.
So each player moves differently, and you have to know that, of course, but then you also have to plan ahead because of that.
So this would help children with different skills, you know, with organizing, kind of planning ahead, strategizing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's
nice.
That's
kind of why we picked it as well. We thought it might teach a skill that someone needs to pick up on.
Right. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So remind us again of the first club meeting.
April 7th, that Thursday is the first one. And it'll be every Thursday thereafter from 4 to 5 upstairs. And then May 26th, we're going to call it quits and see how we did and regroup.
Okay. All right. And then just a reminder, there's no No ticket reservations. You don't really even have to sign up. You can kind of just show up, go upstairs on the main floor, and you'll see the chessboards, I assume.
Right, right.
Okay.
And seating is on first come, first serve, and there is a limit of seating, so you want to make sure you're not coming late.
Okay. All right. So 4 o'clock it starts.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Wonderful. That sounds really
well,
good.
thank you. Well, we hope to see you and whoever else would like to learn.
Yeah, I might come by and learn a few moves.
That'd be awesome. Well, thank you, Holly, for helping us get that word out. And up next, we'll have information about our new texting service.
If you could sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
One book could be the first thing helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. But don't just imagine. Use STEM to change the world.
Who's with me?
Oh, it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at SheCanSTEM.
Welcome back. Mike and I are happy to announce that the Lebanon Public Library has a brand new texting service that will allow our patrons to communicate with us through text. What do you think about this new service, Mike?
Well, Holly, I've heard good things about it already.
Yep.
It sounds like a great way for them to reach out to us and to maybe hear about changes in hours or services or something that happened weather-wise.
Right, right. It's a 24-hour resource, right? It answers common questions that patrons will have, just like that you had stated before, about hours, accessibility to, parking, that sort of thing. But there are basically 2 different services. Okay. And what do you remember what those are?
Well, one's called a chat number. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
You want to tell us about that one?
Yes. Okay. So, for example, the chat is you text certain letters. The letters LPL to the number 91896. And of course, this will be on our website with directions on how to do this.
Okay.
You will receive a message telling you, how to opt in by receiving text notifications from the Lebanon Public Library.
Okay.
So it's just like, any other service kind of that they have in different places where, like a school or a hospital or, your doctor's office. You basically are opting in on any notifications that we have. We will be closed for this school day, things like that.
Okay.
The other one is it has like the answer to general questions. You can basically ask questions.
Okay.
And that is more, that's more where you would text the word hi to a certain phone number, right? And then you will get a welcome message that will instruct you on how to then use the service.
Okay.
So this one would be more your, specific questions, specific general questions that you have. For example, do I need to wear a mask still?
Okay.
What is my patron ID? We get that question a lot, especially when in the tech center, when someone is trying to use our computers, you have to have, your library card number, which, that could be another question. What is my library card number and where do I find that?
Right.
Things like that. Common fact questions. Not specific questions. It's not for like the card catalog. It's not for checking out books. It's more, are you open today? What time do you close? Just anything to, that kind of streamlines the process, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So 2 different ways to reach out to us and 2 different purposes for those ways.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's a very, very nice service.
Well, that's great. Can you give us a few examples of someone who may, let's do the chat one first. Once they get on the chat one, what steps do they have to take after they get welcomed into that? Are they going to get text from us otherwise, or only when we start them?
Well, it was as soon as they do that. Okay, so for example, if you text the letters, LPL to that number that it has, that it tells you to do, which is 91896.
Right.
You then get a message back immediately, usually 1 or 2 minutes tops. Okay, and it gives you instructions on how you can push. Yes, I would like to sign up. It'll tell you to opt in.
So you have a choice.
You have a choice. Yes,
Okay.
and if you want to basically very general, major changes in operation.
Right.
Is the Blues Festival, did that shut down our parking lot? Things like that where people are like, well, I'm trying to call and the line's busy or,
Sure.
things that are easy and very accessible for our patrons.
Right. Things they want to know before they make the trip to the library.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And then the high one is to a certain number. Do we want to read that number at this point?
Yes, it'll be on the instructions. It's a 513 number, 513-496-0600.
Okay.
But they won't have to remember that because that will be, when they go to LebanonLibrary.org, it'll be on our website.
Okay.
And if they are confused and they see and they're like, oh, I don't understand how to do that. Well, that's what we're for down in the tech center.
Right.
And
So
we can absolutely walk you through it. And you can, if you're here, if you're at the library, bring it downstairs and we'll sign up for you. We'll show you how it all works.
Awesome.
That's
So
what
just
we're
bring
for.
your phone and we'll help you out.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a really good set of systems. It's really 2 systems that can help people out.
Right.
And you said it's Text My Gov.
Text My Gov, yes.
All right. Well, that's great. Well, thank you, Holly.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's wonderful. Up next, Miss Connie will have story time.
When you are in space, you can't run down to the store to buy parts. You have to improvise with what you have on your mission. Making is when there is something new that was not in existence at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
It's an incredible sense of accomplishment when you have made something. That's why I make. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Connie from the Lebanon Public Library. Thank you for joining me for a story. Can you help me wake the book bunny up? All right, let's say those words together. Here we go. Book bunny, it's time for story time to begin. Well, hello book bunny, let's fluff your ears up. Can you say hello to everybody? Can you wave and smile back to the book bunny? He's so happy that you're joining us for a story. Well, I'm going to just set the book bunny aside. And how about we see what's inside the mystery box? We'll sing our mystery box song together. Mystery box, what's inside the mystery box? Mystery box, what's inside the mystery box? All right, let me turn the music off and we'll get a little clue about what's inside the mystery box. Let me lift the lid off and I'll set it aside. Inside the mystery box is a bird. This bird lives in the pond on the farm. It has yellow feathers, and in storybooks, they have this bird say, quack, quack, quack. Are you thinking? Let's see if you guessed correctly. Did you guess that it was a yellow duck? Quack, quack, quack. Well, you are correct. Today, we're going to hear a story that's kind of like a song that you might recognize. I bet a lot of you know the song, 5 Little Ducks Went Out One Day, Over the Hill and Far Away. Well, our story is about those 5 little ducks, but they have someone very special and famous joining them. He is a beautiful dark blue cat. Did you think it could be Pete the cat? It's Pete the cat, 5 little ducks. So let's make sure there really are 5 little ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's Pete in the pond with his swim ring around him. So let's open it up. Oh, we can see that our end papers are yellow. I bet if you do a little thinking and look at that front cover, you can guess why they chose the color yellow. It's because the duck's feathers are yellow. Well, let's see what kind of adventure Pete the cat is up to. 5 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's splash and swim." But only 4 little ducks jumped in. 4 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's jump and hop." But only 3 little ducks popped out. 3 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's try the swings." But only 2 little ducks flapped their wings. 2 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the cat said, "Let's run inside." But only 1 little duck came by. Can you see why Pete told them to run inside? It is just pouring rain outdoors. 1 little duck was there to play, with one cool cat this rainy day. Pete the cat said, "It's me and you." But that little duck left too. Sad Pete the cat went out to play, but all of the ducks had gone away. Pete the cat said, "Hey, what was that?" Quack, 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 quack. And the 5 little ducks came running back. 5 little ducks all yelled, "Hooray!" They made Pete a treat that day. Pete the cat said, "Let's all have fun." And they played until the day was done. Now, what treat did they make Pete? It's not cupcakes or cookies or anything like that. They made him a sailboat. The flag even says Pete. And of course, the sails are bright yellow, probably their favorite color. Well, thank you everyone for joining me for Pete the Cat, 5 Little Ducks. I'll see you the next time. Bye.
Thank you for watching today's edition of The Library Show. If you have any questions about today's broadcast, you can always give us a call at 513-932-2665 or check us out on LebanonLibrary.org. Make sure to always check our events page for new programming, and we will see you again next month. Thank you.